Hello everybody, welcome back to my studio. This is Emma, sitting here in glorious Cumbria in the UK, in England, in the UK, the Lake District as it's known. I'm very lucky to live here, it's very beautiful. I am surrounded by the green fields and the fells. If you don't know what a fell is, it's just a hill, it's a mountain, it's a hill. And there's sheep and there's trees. We've got ducks and chickens, we've got geese, we've got a couple of donkeys, including an expecting donkey this afternoon. We've got a Rachel donkey who we're expecting to have a foal anytime now. Who knows, I'll keep you posted on that one. So as you can see, I've kind of got my layers back on because I think summer seems to have turned to winter today. We've had a lot of very blustery wind overnight and it's been blowing a gale out there, so I thought, well, do you know what, I'm going to come in my studio and just have a bit of a chat because all sorts of things have been happening really, and I just thought I'd have a bit of a sort of an update and which way am I going to go forward with all of this stuff. So actually I'm a bit hot and steamy now, so I think I'll just take that off. It was a bit chilly when I first came in until I get moving around and setting my camera up and faffing about to get it set up so that I've got me in the shot and enough headspace that I'm not going to chop my head off and nothing too untoward in the background that's looming. I often have my little sign that I stick on the door that says, please go away, I'm filming, so that people know not to come knocking on the door, because I did have that in the early days when I forgot to do such a thing, when I was just playing around with my phone. So I would like to maybe just have a little drink a toast to you all and just say here's to happy times. I treated myself to this lovely mug from our local bookshop, which we opened this week. I kind of went in to celebrate that and bought a few bits and bobs to support them. So here's to happy times. Well, I'm just going to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed recently to my YouTube channel. It's a great surprise to me to be doing this really, because at the beginning of the year I wouldn't have had a clue that I was going to sit in front of a camera and just chat to people and say hello, this is me and this is what I do, and actually get some comments and some feedback from you is just wonderful. To have some subscribers is wonderful. It really warms my heart. It makes me feel part of some kind of community, especially with being able to do things online and on the internet means that we are connecting around the world. So it's not just me in my little studio in Cumbria, in a very small rural location, I have to say, quite cut off from kind of civilization, if you like. I live near a small market town in a small village. We've got about 12 houses in the village. It's very rural. And so for me to connect with people around the world, I've just been chatting to somebody on Facebook in Australia. Hello Rosie, how lovely is that? And chatting to people about embellishers and sewing machines and things like that is just absolutely wonderful. I have missed running my workshops this year. I have to say the last few years I've been sort of winding things down a little bit because I didn't have a lot of energy, so I had to take things very easily and not push anything, and my energy's been better this year, I'm glad to say, but with lockdown and everything I just feel that it's about keeping things simple and not being able to run workshops. I miss the connection with people, I miss talking about fabrics and threads and textiles and all the things that really excite me. I kind of miss talking to what I call kindred spirits. As Anne of Green Gables would say, kindred spirits are what makes the world go round. So thank you everybody, thank you for being here, thank you for watching. Thank you for sort of helping me build maybe a little bit of community here going forward. My intention really was just to see what happened. I've no idea. When I sit down to talk, I've no idea really what's going to happen. Sometimes I set off and an idea comes, so I kind of stop filming and I try to build on that idea to show you something. It's quite random, it's quite sort of it's unplanned really, largely. I think my intention going forward is to just keep producing some videos. Obviously on YouTube it's a commitment and people tend to do things weekly. Well, I will see how that goes. I can't promise to do that, but I will try and do a little chat of some kind each week. If nothing else, I think it gives me something. It gives me an anchor, it gives me a connection with the outside world, and it gives me hope for the future. It gives me a feeling that things are going to move forward, things are going to open out again. And in our new world, which I think is coming very much so, things are going to be different going forward. I think that there's a lot of kindness and compassion that's been shown over the last few months. There's a lot of things that need to be done differently. There's a lot of opportunity to do things differently, and I think perhaps for me this is my way of doing it. If I can reach a wider audience, if I can inspire people, even if my videos just, you know, give you a bit of relaxation, a bit of time out from stuff, from the real world, then that is just great. I really like that. And as I say, I absolutely love it. I think I'm kind of a frustrated photographer. I nearly did photography in my 20s. My family bought me a fabulous SLR camera and I just loved taking photographs, which I still do. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see that I'm always taking photographs. I really, really enjoy that, and I love having somewhere to put them. So Facebook's like my gallery for putting my photographs up. It's like an outlet for that. But the filming is just something completely different. It's just such an opportunity to do things and to explore what I can do with this medium. So I thought what I'll do this afternoon, it's not going to be a really stitchy one this afternoon. I have got two really nice videos that I'm going to put up for you probably next week now. Well, but this one will go up next week, so it'll be the week after. Following on from my plain recycle ones using the pink colours, the lovely, I can't remember, you know, my jam jar full of bits. I've done another one using soluble fabric to keep your fabrics in place, so no embellisher for that one, and I shall post that up in the coming weeks. So I kind of feel if I can do a little bit chitty chat ones in between times, talking about maybe what's going on in my studio, what I've got going on in my sketchbook, you know, just sharing stuff with you really, because I think, well, I never know what's going to inspire somebody. Oh, excuse me, I've just got a bit of, oh dear, I'll tell you what's happened. That's a bit of soluble fabric and it's got a bit wet, so it's got stuck on me, on my sketchbook. That's really funny. I don't know what's going to inspire you, because you know what, there's millions of us in this world and we're all different and we're all doing creative things differently. And what, you know, what fires somebody up with really bright colours, somebody else might just like to see things like this, which are some of the sketches I've been just doing outside this week in the summer sun, just going around looking at the different shapes of flowers to try and inform some of my work to come. Just actually drawing. I mean, I just love drawing. I can highly recommend it as a therapeutic thing, and the more you do, the better you get at it. So sort of things like that, things about, you know, how I work, what my process is, and you know, you'll take from it what you take from it. I have no doubt about that. Everybody does things differently, and you know, I think anything creative, I love watching other people's videos. I watch all sorts of people on Instagram and Facebook. I watch all kinds of, oh, I don't know, ceramics being made or printmaking or painting. I love watching people painting. Oh, it's just lovely. It's so relaxing. And I learn stuff all the time. I learn stuff from how other people do things. I've learned loads about how other artists work. I've learned that actually I'm not as sort of crazy as I think I am sometimes. I realise that there's lots of other people out there who are living a creative life at some level, whether it's full-time or part-time or just in, you know, their spare time. And that we're all the same really. We're all creators, whether we're making lovely food or whether we're creating beautiful gardens or just arranging the knickknacks in your house in a nice way, or, you know, creating a family. I don't know, there's so many different things you can do. So I think without more ado, I'm just going to show you how I've been getting on with my big piece, which I started off in a very early video, you know, probably a couple of months ago now, when I think I was still videoing. Was I still videoing on my phone? I can't remember. This is going to be a really big piece, and I have given myself a year to do it, so that there's no pressure. I have to say that for me personally, lockdown has been, and all that's been going on in the world has just brought up opportunities for me. It gave me space to breathe. It gave me space to do things differently. You know, no exhibitions, no workshops, no kind of commitments. Because usually as an artist, you're planning all these different things, and you know, next year's coming up, and you've got this booked. I mean, 2 years ago, I had a talk booked for an Embroiderers Guild. Hello Dumfries, if you're out there watching this, anybody from Dumfries Embroiderers Guild, hello. And I've just done a film and a talk for them that they're going to have done online, as it were. And I can't remember why on earth I was saying that now, but never mind. Just basically, I don't know where all this is going to take me, but I don't care, because what I'm having is I'm having fun, and if you're having fun too, then that's great. So anyway, yes, I've given myself a year to do this because there's no pressure on me, and that is such a relief, because so often I'm always playing catch up, and I've got several things on the go, and I've got this exhibition or that exhibition, or this commitment with this group, or this commitment over here, and I'm kind of just spinning a few plates like people do in life. And I think that if I've learned anything over the last few months, it's like just chill, just make life simple. Our house has become much simpler. The three of us have been at home. My daughter, my husband and I have been at home. We've been looking after the home, we've been tidying, we've been sorting, we've been clearing out. I think it's been a bit frustrating for my daughter, because obviously she was off doing something else at the beginning of all this. My husband's, he doesn't work in the holidays because he works in schools, so he's had the summer holidays to actually sort out the outside. So I feel like we are just simplifying our lives a bit, and looking at our values and looking at what's really important, what's really mattering. And I think this is another gift from all that's been going on in the world, is what really matters is other people. It's you and how you live your life, and what you choose to do with your time, and what you choose to do with your resources. Anyway, sorry, that's a bit heavy, isn't it, really, for a Saturday afternoon. So with that, I'll just show you. I'm not sure how I'm going to show you this, but look at all those colours. Look, it's bigger than me. So I've got a little bit left to do. This was what I started, I don't know, 3 months ago or something. So I've got some stitching has been done. This end's got stitching on, and some layers with bits of net and bits of organza, and this is just being quite random and quite reckless. I wanted it to feel like it's made out of loads and loads of bits of recycled fabrics, but I also wanted it to be really vibrant colours, because that's kind of, I think I'm getting more and more colourful actually as I move along through life, as I mature. I'm really coming out of the closet with some cracking colours, and I just love it. So this side has been embellished, so these bits, you know, are still a bit loose, some of them, because I'm just embellishing it, which for those of you who don't know what that is, that's a needle felting machine. I have a needle felting machine which has 12 needles in it, no threads, but the needles punch fabrics together. They felt the fabrics together. And so then I use the embellisher to create surfaces for me to stitch into. So I've got 2 more panels like this to go, and I think I've got plenty of time in hand. So I'm really chuffed with that. It's one of these things which is nice to have on the go, because if I don't quite know what to do with myself when I come down here, I can just simply grab my box of fabrics or cut a few more, you know, pieces up, because this is just made of all sorts of bits. Embellish them in place, and then when I'm ready, I just do some more stitching on it. And I think it's something that's going to grow, and I'm going to work into it more and more as the year goes on. And then I've got to work out how it's going to go together. It's got some construction work to do with it, and there's going to be quite a bit of complexity to it by the end. But what I like is that I don't quite know how I'm going to do that yet either. So I love leaving things open-ended, knowing that I like a technical challenge, and this is going to be a technical challenge, and it's going to be all about recycling, because that's another thing which I'm very passionate about, which is where I suppose my embellishing machine comes in, because it's really great at recycling things. So I think that might be all for today. I think I can talk about things like this next time. It's always good to have something to talk about next time. I hope there'll be a next time. And please, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great, because that just helps build my confidence up in doing these videos. And it's nice if you want to leave a comment, or if you've got a question. Obviously, if it starts to be hundreds of questions, I might have to go and have a lie down. But at the moment, you know, 1 or 2 is just lovely. The connection, it's connecting with people. It's so great, you know. How does it get any better than this? It's just brilliant. So I will say, here's to you. Cheers. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And wherever you are, just enjoy what you've got going on and keep it simple and stay relaxed, and whatever you do, just do some creating, because you know what, it's a great therapy, isn't it? It's lovely to have you here. It's lovely to be part of something that's bigger than me. So I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.